Hey there, Cheese here, and welcome back to the Mega Man Zero Perfect Runs. Man, it's been a while, huh? In case anybody's forgotten what's going on, we've just finished every main mission in Zero One, and as a result, our base is completely overrun. Yeah, Zero helped a lot, but just about anything would be too little too late with how severely the resistance base was failing. Oh well. CL wants everyone to evacuate. Remember that the one elder and one child in the base take priority. As does Zero, but we know Zero by now. He doesn't evacuate, he likes to stick around and help people by killing things. Also, isn't this the best time for plot and exposition? Oh yeah, let's ignore the explosions. CL wants to tell us about Neo Arcadia, the world's heavy-handed enforcer of peace and justice, run by X, and she feels at fault because she created X. Or at least recreated him. You see, X and Zero were both pretty damaged in the time between the X series and the Zero series. And while Zero was resurrected at the start of the game, X was more recreated. And quite clearly not to specifications. I mean, the original X kinda wouldn't really go this far in maintaining peace. I mean, killing Reploids just because they might be Mavericks? X didn't even like killing the Mavericks. Also, things are still exploding. CL, can we go help now? Please? Thank you. Also, we don't need to save. This is the save we loaded from. We don't need another. Welcome to the Resistance Base. Now it's a stage. And it's a bit of an odd one at that. Instead of the usual clear goal at the start, we're just going around helping wherever we can, however we can. First order of business is to get the elevator moving, because right now it's kind of blocking the exit up top. And, well, this being underground, no one can evacuate. So let's go. It's also an odd stage in that there's never a reason to go to the 3rd or 4th floors, which is like half the resistance base, and it's also very sparsely populated where you do have to go. There are a few Pantheon warriors and guardians in the areas you need to go. Other than that, nothing. The ends of the corridors sometimes have cannon hoppers and the occasional glii, but you never ever have any reason to go there for anything, so don't care about those. It's only the Pantheons to worry about, and they're no cause for concern. What is cause for concern is someone's mucking around in our E-crystal storage. Gotta fix that pronto. I mean, E-crystals are green and wobbly and pretty. I mean, I guess they're also valuable energy stores during an energy crisis, but hey, details. One more corridor before we make someone pay. It's just full of Pantheon warriors, so keep firing at them so they don't attack. Keep your distance a little bit in case they do get an attack off, which is rare. And then just kinda get up close so that they can't defend either. They're really pathetic on their own, so nothing in this stage should keep you from the boss. Get out of our pretty things room, you. This is Hanumachine. For whatever reason, he loves to insult Zero. I don't know why, but there you go. He's also Phantom's best student, and the leader of the Stealth unit. Yeah, real stealthy guy, we never would have noticed you kicking the front door in. Anyway, Hanumachine is a spry little devil. I don't want to get too close, because one of his attacks where he lunges at Zero with a spear has completely bonkers range. You want to be very far away from that, and then, if you can't be far enough away, up a wall. Bouncing around the room like that is about the only safe and predictable thing he can do, because it gives you a nice bit of time. It's always the same pattern, and he ends after one full loop around the room. It also gives you time to clear out these Hanumachines of his. That's not their actual name, but I don't think they have one. He also likes to run at you and away from you. Away from you is actually a pretty big problem if you're trying to jump over him to get more room to work with, because then he makes you land on him. Yeah. He also likes to run up the walls if he reaches one. Whoa, whoa! I didn't hear that at all. Yee, 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 yee. Surprisingly, forget the surprisingly. The biggest problem, clearly, is his EX attack where he jumps and makes the fire. I figured out how to dodge it at close range, finally! Oh man. And I believe that's all I need to say about Hanumachine. Oh, those Hanuminis, they don't hurt on contact, but they will grab onto you and then detonate in a second or two. You gotta press many buttons to shake them off before that happens. Whoo boy! Short stage, easy stage. Short boss, very, very frantic boss. I'm glad I finally figured out what to do about that EX attack. When that's at close range, it causes problems. Ah. Oh boy, more plot. We've been saved again thanks to, yep, yes, as always. But as long as X exists, maybe someday. Maybe someday what? Where was that going? That doesn't make sense. And Zero's like, okay, I can make X stop existing. Yeah, sure. Either Zero hasn't really gotten all his memories back, or after seeing how X is acting, he just doesn't care anymore. I mean, I can understand either one. But there's also the case of, can't get to X. New Arcadia is too guarded. I mean, like, the train in the train stage went straight to the enemy's base, but if that happens, Zero has to return to the base. No. Ugh. It's only a game. A more valid point is that if Zero is not around at all times, the resistance base is probably going to explode. But what's this? It's the portrait from the intro stage that gave us the Z-Saber. We totally remember this, right? Either way, now we can enter Neo Arcadia and move on to the game's real fortress stages. Yes, that's what this is, Zero. And it wants Zero to terminate his copy. Ooh, could this be? Yes, it is. It's pretty clear. And to terminate with extreme prejudice. I don't know if that's an actual saying or not, but this is the first... When I was playing this game, it was the first time I've heard it, and I just still think that's hilarious. To hear him saying, terminate with extreme prejudice. Pretty out of character there. And Zero doesn't care about who that was. We're not even going to say it out loud. Zero's on his way. And we can save data, sure. Oh, I loaded from the weird save, okay. Fair enough. And the resistance soldiers can apparently be trusted to protect the place? Okay. By the way, if you've saved at this point and do something like, I don't know, die or game over in the next stage and have to reload, you have to watch that whole cutscene again. Great fun, great game design, yeah. Anyway, now our train server finally reaches Neo Arcadia. Aside from the intro stage, it's the only place that you can't reach on foot. And with that... Oh, wait a minute, I don't go right to the outro, I go to extras and outtakes. Yes. Actually, I think there's only outtakes, so have some outtakes, will ya? Enjoy. And welcome back. Yeah, I sure can tell. You were real stealthy this time. Thankfully, the stage is short, because he's a spry little devil. Loves to run everywhere and make me not sure where which dangerous position I want to land on. He has lots of moves and he chooses whichever one he wants. One of them... Well, honestly, one of the worst is just... Oh, approaching us and using fire. That's kind of mean. Hasn't happened that way before. The only attack you can stun him out of is running, and for that you need something more powerful. Oh dang it, Hanumachine. Oh, you'll be safe from the spear. Whoa! Dang it, dang it, dang it. Hanumachine. You hadn't been doing that in the practice attempts, why are you doing that now? That technically means he's better than every Guardian in that regard. I believe this is his EX attack, and while it's never given me problems before, suddenly it merits being an EX attack. Be very far away from him at all times. Ah! 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 It's enough to a wall, he'll run straight up it, so you're not safe all the time up there. I'm very glad that I'm getting good placement on the, EX attack. Shouldn't have said anything. Hanuminis will latch onto you if they get too close, and then detonate. Kinda like that. Don't really want to be penned in if you can help it, but he can also run away from you, so if you try to pass him at the wrong time... Example Exhibit A, yeah! Good timing, Hanumachine, thanks for that demonstration. You can imagine at a distance like this, it can be trouble. Oh no, no! That was just my fault! He can also run towards you and away from you, which is a real problem. Because of stuff like that, although that wasn't actually running away so much as jumping into me, there's not a good way to dodge that other than hardcore trying, is there? I've noticed every game in the Zero series has one stage right before the big fortress that serves as a breather stage of sorts, and Hanumachine definitely fits the bill here. It's short, it's sweet, and the boss doesn't fool around. Hanumachine gets a 3 out of 10, unsurprisingly for his boss fight and nothing else. Hanumachine is one of the rare bosses in Zero 1 that doesn't have a crippling weakness. If anything, I would say his weakness is that he's just very non-defensive. He only has 2 life bars, which is actually the standard for the series. They didn't really know that when they were making Zero 1, sadly. So the battle ends quickly. That's still much, much less of a weakness than a set pattern. In fact, Hanumachine has, what, 6 or 7 moves that he can choose from at random? Somewhere around there. And you tend to have to dodge each one different ways. He at least earns a 2 just from that, but definitely at least a 3 because of how nasty he can be in close quarters. Judging whether you want to drop down in between the fire shots or go over the topmost one is almost as hard as actually pulling off either one. So, when you're penned in, you better hope he doesn't use that EX attack. In the end, Hanumachine can be pretty tough to avoid damage from, but the stage is short and easy enough that the run is still pretty fun. Anyway, we're moving on to the real fortress stages next time. I hope you're looking forward to that just as much as I am. Until then, this has been Cheese. See you later!